Stephen, let's talk about a chapter in The Art of Impossible called the ROI on Reading. I am so glad that you are addressing this topic. You have some stats here on how few people, few adults, read as much as they should. Uh, One in particular, most adults spend an average of 7 minutes a day reading for pleasure. Uh, as soon as I read that statistic, I thought of Warren Buffett, who reads 6 hours a day. There really is a difference, isn't there, between high performers, peak performers, and those who aren't. Does reading play a role in peak performance, and how much does it?
Huge role, huge role. So first thing to know, creativity is foundational to peak performance. So is learning, right? And you know the stats on this with reading. If most great leaders read voraciously, and there's a reason why. And one, my first mentor used to say, books are where they keep the secrets. Totally true. Second of all, for a variety of reasons that go in depth, that books themselves are the most information dense source on the planet. That's the ROI on reading, right? If you measure it out as I do about how much like time, energy, insight, information gets packed into, and I compare blogs, podcasts, talks, books, magazine, or I look at every place you could get information. The ROI on reading books there's no comparison at all whatsoever. But why does it matter so much? One, it's how you outlearn the competition, right? That's one of the foundational things that every super successful person learns is I have spent my career studying so-called extraordinary people who have done extraordinary things, and yet none of them started out extraordinary. You talk to all these great leaders and they'll tell you, yeah, pretty much there's certain things I'm really good at, there's a lot of stuff I'm bad at, and then you start, well, how did you get A to B? And one thing that's really common is I outread the competition, right? Over and over and over and over, I outread the competition. You hear this again and again and again and again and again, because books are where they keep the secrets. And more important is this. So obviously lifelong learning is foundational to peak performance, and it's foundational to growth. And we go into millions of reasons, but here's the most important thing about reading. If you're going to thrive in the 21st century, it doesn't matter where we are, but let's talk about business because it's Forbes. The research is really clear. The most important skill for a CEO, for example, in the 21st century, creativity. Most important business skill in the 21st century, creative problem solving, right? Of course this is. And as AI gets stronger and stronger and stronger, creativity, human creativity, becomes more and more and more and more important. It's also, by the way, the most important skill for our children to learn in the 21st century for thriving in the 21st century. So creativity is tricky to train. It's always been tricky to train. And one of the reasons is, in a sense, it's a state of consciousness, much less than it's a set of skills. But one of the things we know about the creative brain is it needs raw data. Novelty is the foundation of creativity. Creativity is always recombinatory. It's the brain taking in novel information, combining it with older ideas, and using the results to produce something startlingly new. Over and over and over again, that's creativity. You have to feed the pattern recognition system. You have to feed it novelty. Otherwise, it can't create insights. It can't do its job. The